They're off. All coming away to a good start.
And down the stretch they come. Giveaway wins!
And welcome to another edition of Monmouth Racing Today. I'm your host, Mike Curci. Coming up, we'll talk with trainer Eddie Pleasant Jr. and apprentice jockey Jonathan Zayas. But right now, let's take a look back at last weekend.
Code West on the outside in third, and Golden Atiz is fourth by the 16th pole. It's My Lucky Day extends the lead. 3 lengths as they come to the wire, and this was perfect execution by It's My Lucky Day, an in-hand winner of the Majestic Light.
He ran the way we hoped he would, beat a nice field of horses, and came out of the race 110%.
Let's talk about that. I mean, he had that injury last year. He took his time coming back. You took your time with him. Did you expect him to come back as good as he has?
I did. I've had this kind of injury before, which was a fractured pelvis. And if you give them the right amount of time, they'll come back 100%. And knock on wood, that was the case with him.
What kind of year was it with him last year, especially early in the year and finishing second in the Preakness? What was that like?
You know, when you're on the crown, the trail for the Triple Crown, it's something that is out of the ordinary, no question about it. The Derby was a disappointment for us because of the racetrack. It came up a muddy, horrible racetrack. But in the Preakness, he confirmed what we thought about him all the time. It's just something that anybody in horse racing needs to experience because it truly is intoxicating.
A recent winner, slow heartbreak, first-time starter. How important was that?
Well, anytime you win races, it's important. It was a first-time starter. It was a Jersey bred, which is important, needless to say, being up here in Monmouth Park. So it was very gratifying.
What's next for that one? What do you see in the future, and were you impressed with the race?
I was impressed with the race because I think will do better going longer. And this was a case of, this was the race that came up. Let's take advantage of it, get a race. And I think the horse has some class about him, and it showed that. But again, longer will be better. What's next for It's My Lucky Day? Probably the Salvador Mile.
Monmouth Park drew more than 43,000 fans for the Memorial Day weekend, and Sunday's crowd saw former 12-5 claimer Natalie Victoria win the Monmouth Beach Stakes under Jose Ortiz for trainer Michelle Nevin and owner James Riccio. And the Paco watch is on. How many races can he win this year? He had 99 last summer to win his first Monmouth Park title. He already has 25 wins in 7 racing days, dominating the colony. And on the trainer's side, David Jacobson and Todd Pletcher own 7 wins apiece. Pletcher a lofty 7 for 17. Turning now to this week's feature, the 6 furlong John J. Rowling Handicap is at 6 furlongs for Jersey Breds, going for a purse of $60,000. Number 1 Rainbow Air enters fresh for trainer Ben Perkins Jr. The 4-year-old son of Wildcat Air scored in a 5-length victory in the Grade 3 Jersey Shore Stakes here last year. Number 2 Gunfighter goes out for trainer Hugh McMahon and is another one who boasts early speed. The 7-year-old by Iron Deputy was second in the New Jersey Breeders' Handicap last season. And Eddie Broom's Party All Night Long makes his second start of the year. The 7-year-old by Put It Back is 7 for 12 at Monmouth Park. Coming up on Monmouth Racing Today, we'll chat with apprentice jockey Jonathan Zayas, so stay with us. Tired of standing in line to place a bet? Monmouth Park's mobile wagering platform eliminates lines and brings wagering directly to your mobile device. Sign up is simple, takes less than a minute, and can be done at any mutual teller. Simply deposit your daily bankroll and your mobile account is instantly created, allowing you to bet all day from the comfort of your picnic table, grandstand seat, or parterre. For more information, stop by any guest service or welcome center. Welcome back to Monmouth Racing Today. Mike Curci along with Jonathan Zayas, who had a big weekend last weekend with 3 winners, took the early double on Sunday on the front end, 1 on the dirt, 1 on the turf. What were the tactics?
Well, first race, George just told me grab the lead and just don't look back, and the horse responded pretty well, and we brought him home, And the second race, the same thing. A lot of speed, just brake, got to relax up in the lead, and just bring him home, and it worked out pretty good.
What's it feel to win here?
Oh, excellent, great. This is my hometown, I graduated school from here. It's just home.
Let's talk a little bit about how you got started in the business.
Well, I started last year, September. I was an exercise rider for 2 years, and last year I got my license.
Who'd you work for?
I was working for Joe Jennings, Patricia Farrow, John Leeson.
And what was it that got you excited about becoming a race jockey?
Well, my dad was a jockey, and I was used to watch him when I was little, and that's how I started.
And you said you had quite a mentor in George Velasquez.
Actually,
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, he was my first agent, and he helped me out a lot. I learned a lot from him, Hall of Famer.
What are you looking to do this summer?
Oh, this summer, just win a lot of races here back home.
All right. Congratulations on a good start.
Thank you.
Jonathan Zayas here on Monmouth Racing Today. More coming up.
I've always loved it here. I've worked here when I was a teenager, back in the backside. And I enjoy this place. I really do. And I had a few horses myself. So Monmouth Park is my place.
Brand new for the 2014 racing season, the William Hill Race and Sports Bar is located on the first floor of the grandstand and features over 100 flat-screen HD TVs and a lavish granite-top bar. Stop in any live racing day to play our season-long free sports contest for the chance to win great prizes. It's the perfect place to watch the big race or the big game. The new William Hill Race and Sports Bar at beautiful Monmouth Park. This reminder, come on out to Monmouth Park on Sunday to receive your Miller Pass for June. Pay for admission Sunday and receive a free grandstand pass for all of June. Also receive entrance into our new VIP hangout with music, games, beer specials, and more, only at Monmouth Park. Welcome back to Monmouth Racing Today. Mike Curci along with racing analyst Brian Skirka. Big weekend last weekend, over 43,000 on hand.
Yeah, it was some weekend. We had the Food Truck Festival, beautiful weather, so thanks to the weather gods, and we put on a pretty good show. A lot of people were happy.
And hopefully they'll be back, of course, for the Irish Festival in 2 weeks, and then Father's Day the weekend after that. So a lot happening here at Monmouth Park, including a handicapping contest coming up this weekend.
Yep, this Saturday, $300 event, 4 big spots to the DRF NTRA National Handicapping Challenge out in Las Vegas. So put on your handicapping caps and come on out.
Well, hopefully we'll put on ours right now. Who do you like in the 8th?
Yeah, I thought this was a tough one. I'm going to try, hopefully, for a bit of a price in there, Palm Island. I thought this was an interesting race. A lot of trainers in here that Paco Lopez, our leading rider, usually rides for. I found it interesting that he's on this Joe Orsino training. I'm going to try this one at a price. I'm
going to take the 3 Gombe Dancer, Kendrick Carmouche on board, Turf to Dirt, Steady Figures, and Tactical Speed for the George Weaver barn in race number 8. Race 9, who do you like here?
Yeah, not much of a price in race 9 for me. I'm going back with Rosebriar. I liked him last time in the Red Bank. Little less drop in competition here. Should do him well.
We're on the turf here in this spot at 1 1/8. I wound up with the 3 Backaway, Trevor McCarthy for Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan still a little bit underrated on the turf here at Monmouth Park. I think he's got one here who could stalk the pace, and another one who does have some tactical speed, so we'll see which way Trevor McCarthy plays it out, but he's been riding well. The third leg of the late pick 4 on Saturday, race 10.
Yeah, another good race, the John J. Riley Handicap for Jersey Breds. Looks like there's a ton of speed in this race. I was looking for someone to come from behind, and I landed on the old Monmouth legend, Party All Night Long. 7 wins here at Monmouth Park. Should sit a perfect trip. I went with him last time and did not get it done for me. I'm going to go this time with the 8-horse Green Grotto on the outside, and Sammy Camacho looking for the upset, a consistent check earner who might have a shot in the big race. And in race 11, we're back on the grass to wrap things up. I like a turf race to wrap up the day. Yeah, always exciting to end the day on the lawn. Usually get a big field there, too. I'm going to try Sea Hunt, Angel Surface, second start off a big layoff for Alan Goldberg, 31% on that angle. I'm right with you there. So Sea Hunt looks like the single in the late pick 4. And that's a look at Saturday's late pick 4 on Monmouth Racing Today. For Brian, I'm Mike. We're coming right back. It's time for this moment in Monmouth history, the 1998 Haskell.
And Coronado's quest turns for home with Haskell Gold on his mind. Grand Slam has run a huge race. He's coming up to Coronado's quest. Victory Gallop is on the rail. Coronado's quest holding off all challengers to the 16th pole. But here he comes. Here's Victory Gallop trying to get him. Coronado's quest. Victory Gallop cannot get him. Coronado's quest wins W.A. Haskell. Victory Gallop was second best, and Grand Slam finished third.
And that'll put a wrap on this week's show. We hope to see you at the races.
They're off. All coming away to a good start.
And down the stretch they come. leaders.